Okay, I think I'm live, which is super exciting for a couple of reasons. One of them being this box that I've been staring for the last 1.5 hours. If you're watching this stream, you're probably aware of Bittle on Nybble. And this is something I've been aware for a long time, actually, because I've been following that development for years now, I guess. And yeah, it's been great, and it went a long way from a Nybble, the cat that's used some typical servos and I think acrylic parts, or you could just cut the parts from a small what's it called, like MDF or something, kind of like pieces of wood, and use it this way. But yeah, I've been following it and I was super excited. I never got the opportunity to actually get a kit for myself because I was always too busy, but I thought that's a great idea. And now there is a Bittle that you can get. Well, it's been a while since you can get it, but you can have basically a smaller and probably slightly under-equipped version of Spot from Boston Dynamics, because that's basically what Bittle is. It's a small dog, it's yellow in color, and it has some tricks. But it doesn't come assembled, and it doesn't really come with all the tricks, so you'll have to teach it, which is something that you'll have to do it yourself. And this is where everything is so exciting, because, well, you're in charge. Even with Spot, it's just like remote control. These ones, you can teach stuff. So I thought it's going to be an excellent idea to build one on the live stream and figure out what's what, start maybe using it if we're clever enough, or I'm clever enough, and then I'm gonna pop a review probably in a week or two, and you'll have my more thought through opinion about it. I know it's gonna be probably positive. Oh, we'll see. So I guess without further ado, we're gonna jump into a little bit more sophisticated camera, which I have this camera here, which we can look and stuff. And if that's not enough, I also have a second camera, which is this one. That'll give you a little bit more from different angles. So yeah, we were properly equipped for this live stream and even got like fancy lights. So yeah, kudos me. I had an hour. I had to kill an hour looking at this box. So I figured I'll experiment with my setup. And for the sound, I'm using the toner microphone. I hope you all gonna hear it. Let me just confirm it, because last time I had some problems. No, I don't have a problem, so that's fine. So that's been reviewed only recently, so if you're interested, go check it out. Anyway, without further ado, let's open the box, because I'm super excited, all right? So this kit is around £299 on Amazon. Links are included in the description, so Amazon UK, Amazon US, and Petoi.com. So check it out if you're interested. And it comes with everything that you probably need to play with it. I might even move my camera slightly and make it slightly smaller, because I don't have to be that big. All right, let's open it up. Or maybe let's have a look in here. Interlocking mechanism, high performance servo, rechargeable battery. So batteries included, I've seen that already on my shipping label. Arduino compatible, open source, lifelike motion, and Android and iOS app. What else do we have in here? Choking hazard. And you at least be more than 3 years old. So I think I'm passing the requirements. And this is the Bittle. Right, the time is now. Let's get this baby open. Audio is okay. Thank you, Georgia, I hope. And Johnny, sounds a bit low. Sounds good otherwise. Oh, I can increase it. Just give me 1 second. If that's a bit low. And that should be a little bit better now, I hope. And I can move my microphone a tiny little bit closer without getting it into frame. Because you know, everything for you. So this is what you get inside. Nicely, it's a little bit more orangey than on the live stream. Oh, no, the live stream is orangey, that's fine. So it's slightly orange rather than yellow. And that reminds me of a actual Spot. So in here we have all the parts and servos labeled. There's a user manual on the online, so we might refer to that. And there's everything that we need. It doesn't look like we're gonna have a lot of assembly to do, so we actually might be able to assemble everything and get it started straight away, which is exciting. But yeah, can I just, I want the live chat. Okay, I can see you in front of me, so I don't have to keep looking to the side. So, I have a reverb for my speakers for some reason. Right, now I shouldn't have that. Reverb should be a little bit better. Okay. It's probably not going to need this for now. So what we have, thank you for adopting Bittle. We need a good boy. We need a better name for it. Obviously, everyone's going to have a Bittle. I need to figure out the name. If you have an idea for the name, just do let me know what kind of name. And the best name probably going to be used in how I'm going to refer to this moving forward. So that's the plan. All right. Instructions, forum, trick your friends or pets. Okay, cool. I don't have any pets, so that's going to be my pet moving forward. So in here we have a servo motor in a nice box, and we have parts in here. So let's dig it out first. And this, and there's a control board and the parts and the remote controller. That's have some tricks in here. Right, look, that looks interesting. It has a different. Can you see this, guys? Has a different positions that you can trigger with infrared remote control, which means I could use my camera I reviewed not so long ago and give commands to my robot. That's gonna be amazing because I can record these and said, "Hello Ed, how are you doing?" and send these commands via camera to my Bittle. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. You can see this is smiling face. I had average day today, and my day got so much better. Like I said, in my post, I didn't expect this to arrive till like mid-June, so I was totally taken by surprise, and I'm super happy, and it made my day. So, and this is the actual unit. We're gonna start probably with the actual unit because why not? So, it's a molded plastic. It's actually quite hard, nice. There's a bit of resistance on it opens it, but there's a bit of a resistance. It has a teeth. You can see the teeth. It's a proper wolf. I like it. Okay. Now there's his body. That's super light. It's basically I thought that's gonna be like have a battery inside or something, but it doesn't. So yeah, that is super light. So that is a shell. So that's going to be the battery. So that's the LiPo, 7.4 volts, 1000 milliamps battery. That can be either the second one, or you can try to improve it, especially if you have a printer. I should probably zoom out a little bit. Cool. All right. Hello, Adam. How are you doing? Oh, that's nice. M5 stack. I wonder if M5 stack is going to work with those things. I think I've seen a cooperation between M5 stack and Petoi somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. So yeah, this is one of those things like M5 stacks. I have amazing devices and I absolutely love all of the devices I've covered so far. You check out on my website. I have plenty of them. Yeah, when it comes to robotics, this is really cool stuff as well. Okay. So let's take a look at the parts. I'm looking. The legs are looking interesting with all those springs. So let's take a look. So this is a leg. Has a little springiness to it. Let's give you a little bit of overview how it looks like. So it has a little bit of flex. So that's good because it can't be too brittle. Make the Bittle's not too brittle. So, thank you, Adam. I appreciate it, and I absolutely love your devices. So you want to have a little bit of, it's not a bounce, but you know, if it drops or if something goes wrong, jumps off the table, you don't want this to break. It looks like, yeah, it looks all right. So you got 4 of those. Those are like those parts of your arms here. Let's take them out. What's this? This is a tail, I guess, maybe? I hope. Maybe tongue? I don't know. We'll find out. I think this is a tail. Yeah, that's a tail. This is a tail. It's a silicone tail, so you'll be able to do whatever you want with it. And then this looks like stand. I guess this is maybe this is a stand to keep it upright. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe something to mount something. Well, we'll discover. I've not looked at instructions because it's me, and those are legs. So 4 legs. Those are little. It has, like I said, it has a little bit of squeeze in here. Should be fine. So good. And this part, I reckon we should have like a silicone sleeve on that to add a little bit of more friction. But that could be something either 3D printed or added with a silicone gun. Thanks to those protrusions here, I think that's something anyone could investigate. I'll see if it's needed. But that's the trick. Now we have a brains of operations. I absolutely know nothing about it, other than you can connect the battery to it and make it work. And we have a remote controller, which is here. It's one of those ER cheap remote controllers, but one of the, like I said, cool things, you have all the labels, so you can speed it up, you can move it, you can put it to sleep, and then you can have different positions. I'm sure you can remap this somehow as well and have your own custom positions. But yeah, triggering with the AI in the camera that I have, it's going to be great, because I will be able to give it straight away command via Alexa and trigger link that command to my camera. Camera will locate the Bittle and issue infrared command for that. And this is amazing. This is cool. All right. So, and the last thing is here, Servo Motors. So here we're gonna find servos, right? So it's just a box, and we have some other stuff. Okay, so let's dig it out. We need no box, but it's a nice box. I'll keep it to store probably some bits. So in here we're gonna have servos, and let's investigate those high quality servos and the free screwdriver. That's to my collections of free screwdrivers, which I have a plenty. So zoom in a little bit out. So okay, they have slightly better plastic than the old 9-gram servos. They're a little bit more rigid, and also they have metal cogs on end of it, so that's not going to be ground down to 0 within a second. So that's nice. But other than that, this is a kind of like 9G factor servo. So even if your servo's busted for some reason, you would be able to replace it because it's a very similar shape. Obviously, you probably want to get one that has a metal cog at the end to drive it. So we have 9 of them, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4. That's 9. Okay. Then we have a cable, not USB Type-C. I'm gonna personally cry. Well, they are not SG90s, isn't it? They say it's a P. Are they? Yeah, they say it's a P1S servo. That's what they say. And here we have some brains of operations, probably Wi-Fi connectivity or Bluetooth or something like that. Let's have a look. So this is a USB adapter. You can see the USB. That's probably for programming and stuff. This is a Wi-Fi adapter, so you can have some Wi-Fi connectivity via the app that we've promised that we're gonna have. This is Bluetooth adapter, so you could control it via Bluetooth. And this is a spare header that goes somewhere. I don't know yet where. Probably maybe somewhere here. No, maybe here. It feels like it should be here. Okay, we're gonna investigate it. Right. We absolutely have no instructions whatsoever, and I already feel lost and responsible for you lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open some of the instructions. Maybe let's figure out if I can put anything myself. No, probably not. I'm gonna open the instructions, guys, because I do not want. Can I do it like, oh, there's here, docs.petoi.com. So let's open that. Where's my mouse? Here. Bear with me one sec. Come on, camera, follow me. So bear with me 1 second while I'm opening instructions. And docs dot Petoi. And I'll pretend Bittle manual. I'm not going to read them, I'm just going to look at them and pretend they are pretty. They're actually quite nice. Oh yeah, it's alright. Tool at preparation. Yeah, that's fine. Open the box. We've done the opening the box. Assemble the frame. Oh, there are videos and stuff like that. Ooh. Okay, so basically the videos also include assembling this frame itself, and this frame obviously it is assembled. So all I have to do is just figure out how to detach the top without breaking everything. Is it screw? I don't see any screws in here. Okay, the first obstacle. Try to open the box. You see, this is quality entertainment. It is. Okay, it's just snap out. So it has 2 tabs on the side, that's where it was. And then you have to kind of just put that in the middle. I don't know the orientation of it yet, whether it's going to go this way or that way. But we're gonna find out soon enough. I am not checking instructions. I'm promising you, I'm not scrolling the instructions at all. Okay. And they said that you should really start not with this part, you should really start with legs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with legs. So this is a leg and this is a leg, and those 2 things should be connected together with a servo. So if you're gonna take a servo, you'll be able to kind of like put the servo in here like this, and then add this one as such. And then you have a leg, right? And you have to repeat that 4 times because it's a animal with 4 legs. Now yellow goes to the... I'm not looking, guys, I'm promising I'm not looking. Yellow goes... Where's my... There it is! So you see? I have all I need in here. So it kind of goes like this, right? Yeah. And those screws. So let's get through the screws and springs and whatnot is included in this tiny little bag. So there's this nipple here and there's a spring in here. And then we have a couple of screws, that's probably for servos, or maybe those are for servos because there's more of them, and we have 9 servos. So what I need is to take them out, take my magic screwdriver, and assemble it. I'm doing it from correct side, right? Let's see. Is there any indicator? Yeah, I think this is it. It goes on the top side, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm doing it right. Unfortunately, we're screwing stuff into plastic, so I can't use the full power of my screwdriver, but yeah. Oh, look at this. So what are you up to, guys? Any one of you has servo connectors down? No, servo connectors up. However, looking at the picture, the first mistake I made, I should have routed the cable on the outside. So let's fix my first mistake for not... You see, this is what happens when I don't read the instructions. Yeah, it's crosshead screws. So what you have to do is like this. Thread it from that side. Come on. And there is a special relief on the side which allows the cable to go on the outside. So that's what you want. See? Like that. Your second try was good. Nearly. Okay, cool. Like a cable management expert. Gonna drive all the screws. Oh, that's gonna take me a while. I have 9 of them, right? So you guys, you better start talking on chat and tell me something interesting. What you've been doing Do you have any robotics kits that you're playing at? I have lots of robotics kits at work, but mostly they do like massive industrial things. And if you're not careful and don't read the instructions, then punch you in the face. So you learn a bit of respect for machines really quickly at my work. Okay, servo number 2. Same deal. Just get the cable through, put it in place, use 2 screws, attach them to the leg, and we can move it to the next. Now this one driven to screw almost entirely. Nice. I posted a video on Sunday and I called myself ID10 T. That's me half of the time when I try to figure out something. Come on. No. Okay, we have 2 legs, 2 more to go, and then more servos, because yeah, that's gonna be the most tedious part of this, where you have to do all of that. And see, I can maybe I should try a different camera to keep you entertained, like this maybe. How about this? How does that look like? Do you like this one? If not, we're just gonna go back to the previous one. So yeah, I've played with servos before a little bit. I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert on robotics, especially like those robots. But I wonder how jittery they get, because usually when you play with like small projects with servos, all the servo movements you go, they're like especially if you try to link them with some sort of acceleration or something else, and yeah. Okay. Now something tells these limbs are labeled. Oh no, they're all labeled the same way. Okay, so chances are they are not left and right. Are they symmetrical? Are they absolutely symmetrical? Yes. Okay, I should check that before, but they are symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which side is which, as long as you thread the cable correctly. Oh, which leads me to the first mistake that we might need to solve. So let's see. So these 2, they're gonna go. This is back one, and those gonna be on that side, okay? Because they go like this. So the next 2. So this one needs to be on the opposite side, so I already did it wrong. It needs to be on the other side, because there is this this shape in here. Okay, it's a good thing I've noticed. We all want to know, Adam, how many burned out servos you got. Come on, it's a badge of honor. I have this idea that I wanted to make achievements for 3D printing in where those achievements are being added, like, you know, on a like warplanes, like second wall, they would mark out on the fuselage how many planes they shot down or something like that. I wanted to add on the printer on the printer different failures that I've experienced, some like from spaghetti to not leveling the bed and stuff like that, and go through like an achievement list for each one of them. That would be kind of cool thing to do. So Buddy has counted 10 servos. I think there were 9. 2 per leg plus a neck. So that's, unless we have a centipede. Hold on. 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's 10. Damn it. It is 10. Okay. Hold on. We need to. I've I've lost the track what I'm doing. So these ones are on these sides, and this is on. So this is this one. This one is not this one. This one is a back leg. So this is a pair front. So this is a back pair. And in here we're gonna have a, let's zoom out a little bit. And in here we have, this is a front leg left. Do you know I can't tell the left from right? I have a scar on my here on my knuckle. That's the only way I can tell left from right side. And this one's gonna go like this, and we need a servo that goes on that direction. Okay. Can it move its neck and bark? I think it can make a noise. It has a buzzer, so it definitely can make some noises. Don't know how qualifying the bark is gonna be, but it can definitely beep on you and. Okay. Don't over tighten these because you're driving them in plastic. It's easy to get rid of the thread. So are these correct now? Yes. Okay. So we have front legs, back legs. Great. Now we can attach these ones and screw in those screws to keep them in. Now there is probably an angle in which you have to do it. So I'm just gonna kind of replicate this angle and hope for the best. But there is definitely an angle. It's gonna be an important one because they don't rotate 180, do they? Oh no, they do. You see? They rotate 180. So there is no angle. In that case, there is no angle. So I'll just push that in. Find another screw, which is that one with a slightly bigger flange. And I should have 10 of them. And that should be the screw that's going to be holding this servo in place and the limb in place. You can apply a little bit of force because it's a machine screw and it's screwed into a metal shaft of the servo. So there we have it. This is a leg, front leg. We keep it front legs here. So the second leg, we're going to repeat that a couple of times. It's not going to be owl bark. Woof. Yellow up, that's what we have to remember, yellow up. Okay, just push that in. Take a screw, add the screw to its place, and repeat that 2 more times. I am super, this is fun. I like stuff like that. This is really relaxing. You could sit all night and assemble kits like that, and it's a joy. Even before you get to program them and try to figure out stuff, but it's a joy in the process. Come on. This one's a little bit finicky. Okay, this one was a little bit tighter, but it sits now. What we want to make sure our dog has all 4 limbs and it's capable of barking. I can't see a bone. That's one of the things. I haven't seen a bone everywhere. There's a bone in here. I'll have to 3D print one. I'll make it bigger. That's the back leg, and the last one, which is this one. I hope these are not like they look identical, so I don't think they, right? Well, it's too late now. Someone told me they're identical and I don't have to be worried. Why does R2D2 beep instead of speak? I do not know. Do not know why. Okay, we have 4 legs. The next step is, let's kind of pick at the instructions, since I'm doing such a great job, is to root. Okay. Okay. Someone should tell me they are not identical. These have a long cables. These have a short cables. This has a short cable and this has a long cable. And guess? This is the long cable, and that's why I should be using. That's fine. So how many out of 10 I've got? Right, 1, 2. Okay, I have 2 out of 4. Damn it. Okay, so these should be long servos. See, we're learning. That's what I get for not following the instructions. You get to see me embarrassed. And you're also gonna see how difficult is disassembling this. Not that bad, actually. I'm going to do one part at a time, because at least I'm gonna know the orientation of the servo and I don't have to overthink it. So I need a long one. So this is short one, this is a long one. I'm gonna put it in here with a cable like this. Damn it. I was doing so well. He couldn't read out his lines without swearing. Do I? The only good joke I know, it's about why do the atoms lie? Because they make out everything. That's the best I can do. Sorry, I was at work. The delivery isn't the greatest, but you all didn't join me for the comical relief of my jokes, probably for the comical relief of my mistakes. So okay, let's keep this servo in. Oh, that was from yesterday. I was working on something. Let's keep the orientation of the servo. Let's quickly swap it over for the... They should name them differently. That would be... Okay, it's easy to tell. I'm just trying to justify my mistake. There's no justification. I looked at the instructions briefly, then I ignored the instructions, and here we are. That's basically what happened. Okay, we nearly rectified my mistakes, and we'll be able to add the shorter servos to the upper assembly. Black is at the bottom, yeah. So we're doing the same thing all over. That is tight. It's almost like I'm not pushing it aligned, but felt like it had been aligned. Okay, and last one. Now it's the last one. It's a black one here. I see there is a Star Wars theme going on chat. I don't think I know any Star Wars jokes, unfortunately, to join the conversation. Okay, right. Now that we have a correct servos with the correct cables, let's have a quick peek on the instructions. Okay, now we're going to be attaching servos to the body. This is the body, and the short servos, they go in here with a like this. Okay, so I can zoom in slightly so you can see it. So they go like this. The trick is that we need to put the cables in there. So you need to slot the cables, but you need to slot the cables for both stuff. So there's a cable number 1, and they're gonna go somewhere in here because this is where the control board is, right? And then there is a leg. We need to figure out which leg is it. This is not the leg. This is the leg, right? Yes. So the leg goes like here, and then you need to feed the cable somewhere in here. I know what that is. I know what that is, guys. This bit is a cable management bit. I've discovered this, and no one told me. This is a cable management bit. Look at this. I was wondering what that is, right? This is not holding it together. Hopefully. I reckon the cable should go through here. But this is already... How do I can't just push the cable through, can I? No, it's too small. But this is a cable management. I definitely... Hello, Philip, how are you doing? That dog's... You think that dog cost fortune? £300 for a dog. That's a bargain. If you're gonna get a real dog, imagine the bill on that. Okay, yeah, this is just a cable management bit. See, you do like this. You put this here, and then you put your cable management. I like this. This is nice. I absolutely like this. And then you give it a little bit of slack in here, and you got yourself a nicely managed cable. I like this. What do you think, guys? This is really nicely thought through. I'm poor. Well, we all been there. Let's face it. We all been there. I am fortunate, but at the same time, I've spent 5 years writing constantly to get to the point where I can play with it. So, if you're gonna do 5 years of all the time, you'll be able to afford an army of Bittles. Okay, so we have a 1 leg, and let's do that for all legs, since we all have to drive this cable through, right? It just snaps on. I honestly like this. This is such a nice thing that hides the cable and makes the kit so much nicer looking. One of the problems with a lot of robotic kits is that they don't pay attention to stuff like that, and you end up with those weird cables that you really have to align yourself. Am I doing it from the correct side? Yes. On the inside. And yeah, so having something like this that will hide the cable. I think there is orientation to this cover as well, and I just popped it on the other way around. So that doesn't feel like it's in. Yeah, there is an orientation to this cover, and I wasn't paying attention last time, but I managed to put it correctly. So these tabs, one is at the bottom in here, and one is kind of offset to accommodate for the fact that they go on the different heights and make it pretty. Small things that matter, folks. It's the always small things. Ah, nice. That's the second one. Let's try to retain the orientation now. Ah, imagine building these in a factory and doing it every day. Wow, the patience you have to do to assemble this kit, knowing that someone's just simply gonna disassemble this. Okay. Train it. Is it like the Boston robot? Yes, it's gonna be exactly like the Boston robot when I finish with it. You'll be biting, and no, Boston robot doesn't bite. I want to make it dense. But like I said, one of the cool things that Boston robot can't do, I bet, well, not in a kit form, I bet I can quicker and make it respond to my voice commands than the Spot. So yeah, that's gonna be definitely maybe something that's gonna happen on this live stream if I'm able to put it all together quick enough. Okay, that's the last cable management bracket. Okay, so we have this, and we can start routing. So we could put all of those, since we know that they're going like this, with servo at the bottom. Can I squeeze that cable through? Maybe. Let's see. It feels like something's stopping it. Like this. So let's see. And these ones in front, they follow the same pattern, so they just go in here, the cables go to the front, they kind of wedge themselves in here, and the last one, exactly the same. We have screws for this. It's facing bottom. Ta-da! Oh, thank you, Philip. I really appreciate it. That's coffee on you then today. Cheers. Don't, if you're dragging your feet on the matter, don't, honestly. Matter, before you're going to see all the devices, it's going to be another 1.5 years. Just imagine how much stuff you can do on Zigbee, and Zigbee isn't going anywhere. And the fun fact is, if you look at the Agara, and I think a lot of different manufacturers going to follow this, I covered the Agara P1 sensor, and they already have a hardware certification for Matter, and they're just waiting for Matter to arrive. And until then, they're working on Zigbee 3.0 anyway. So that's the way I think everything is going to go. You're going to have your Zigbee, and at some point, some of the Zigbee, the latest Zigbee devices, they'll translate into Matter because they have the hardware capability. Flash the new protocol, reset the antenna, done. You're on the Matter, you won't even notice. So pick your battle wisely when it comes to Zigbee products, and the important ones spend a little bit more money, but the cheap ones, yeah, just get them now. Honestly, you know, it's like kind of like hoping to replace RF when everything works. Special devices. If you have a device and it works for your situation, unless your situation changes, I wouldn't bother. That's basically it. So don't wait for the Matter. Go for it. Oh, you have a beer. That's fine. If I have a beer, I'll be sleeping in here. It's been a while since I've been drinking alcohol, and I'm not the greatest with alcohol anymore. Which is weird because I'm Polish, and everyone, when I tell them I'm not drinking that much, everyone just looks at me in a weird way and says like, "Dude, but you're Polish." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." So I supposed to hold my drink, but I do not. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can. Yeah, I will be able to rid the cable. That's fine. So I can just screw in these ones. But yeah, don't. If you're asking me, don't wait for Matter. Start automating now and live your life, because you're gonna benefit from having a nice life for the next 2 years before the industry comes up with the way to charge you premium for all the official Matter devices sponsored by Apple, Amazon, and Google. Because that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. And one of the reasons I think they joined Zigbee Alliance and they've changed it, rebranded to Matter, because there's such a massive competition in the Zigbee space that they knew they wouldn't be able to make a big profit on their devices. And let's face it, they are hardware people first. Hello, Alistair. And hello, Roar. Vodka. I would not survive vodka. I can honestly say that I haven't drunk vodka for easily 5 years. I had some rum. On occasion, I like dark spiced rum with Coke and lime and a little bit of ice. And I'll have a drink, maybe 2, and I'm done. I'm done for the night. So, and I think the last rum I had was ice, I reckon. 3-4 months ago, last glass of rum. Plus, I usually drive everywhere, so I don't drink. And hello to Hybrid Robotics. How are you doing tonight? And hello to Ronald. Getting old. Yeah, definitely getting old. That's one of them. But I think it's more of I'm a very busy person nowadays with full-time job and this and everything. I think it's one of those things where I kind of like my time. If I drink some, then I have a hangover the next day, and no one would enjoy a video on a hangover, so I kind of like, I know I will lose a lot of time. And when you work Monday to Friday, then suddenly your weekends are much shorter. I used to work 4 days and had 4 days off, so my not enough tech patterns when I had time to do stuff were different, and I had more time actually because of it, even though I was working 12-hour shifts. Now I have a day job, and I find myself that I do struggle for time. I'm good. We'll be 2-6 tomorrow. Vodka kicks me. Rum kicks me. Vodka no problem. I don't drink whiskey for that reason. I think I got really sick once, and I got sick not because of the whiskey. I got sick because of the amount we drank, and ever since that, the smell of whiskey and the taste of whiskey just reminds me all that fun time I spend in a bathroom throwing up, and that's not a fun time, not a fun memory. So I don't. I do not consume whiskey because it's just not pleasant. Right, we have all the servers, so let's put the feet. I think we can do the feet now. Let's scroll the instructions a little bit. It kind of doesn't say anything. You just okay. So let's put the feet in, and you have to drag it from like kind of drive the cable on the inside and then here, right? And then once you do that, you're gonna rearrange this cable a little bit later. Once you do that, you just kind of do this, add the screw, and you have yourself a one-legged dog without a head. Which is obviously is not what we're going for, but that's what we have right now. It looks like one of those things. So let's do that for all fours. Let's pay attention to orientation first, because that's a front leg. Okay, so this is this side. So put the cable in. Put it here, put it on the, so this one is this leg. Okay, and a last leg, guys. I'm on my last leg. Getting old socks, but beats the alternative. Yes, I came to a realization recently that I'm no longer 25, and this hurts. This personally hurts me a lot. Okay, look, it's standing. Now this looks like, you know, one of those Half-Life crabs that goes over your face, and it's like that's why it looks like a crab head. Okay, so let's. So if I can't make a dog out of it, I'll make a crab head out of it. All right, 3 more screws, 2 more screws. And we have ourselves a platform. That's a real standard board. Yep, it is. I'm not old, even though I'll be 26 tomorrow. I have a great mind and design, build small, medium-sized robots. It's. I think if you keep your mind in shape, by the time you get very old, I think you're still gonna be sharp, and you'll be able to enjoy your life a little bit. It's one of those really cool things where, you know, people when they were used to retire in like 1960s or 70s, I think a lot of these people, especially if you had like, you know, health problems and mobility problems, now when I think about it, like as long as I can sit at the desk and do stuff like this, I would still enjoy myself being old, even if I had some mobility problems. Hopefully I won't, but it's a great time to live and retire because suddenly everything is so there, and you have so many different opportunities. You can, I don't know, like one of the things I like, it's the fact that I don't really play any games. I love games, but I don't really play games because I don't have any time. But at the same time, I don't cry about it because I know when I retire, I'm gonna have like super extra PC that can handle all those retro games like Cyberpunk and Witcher and whatnot, because they're gonna be retro games by the time I'm retired, and I'll be able to finally sit down, catch up, and enjoy them the way they're supposed to be enjoyed. So I'm not crying about it, and I definitely not feel robbed about the experience because I don't really play multiplayer games as much. So yeah, okay, this is standing, guys. To give you an idea how tall it is, let's switch over quickly the camera. This is standing, and this is like kneeling. Do I have a banana for scale? I don't think I have a banana for scale, but I have a mouse for scale. Here you go, this is a mouse for scale. Yeah. And all, yeah, but you see, when you, right now it's a novelty, and I think one of the things I'm going to miss out on is the fact that right now, all the old people like 70s, 80s and the gaming, they are like a novelty, right? But when we get to the point of being that age, we all been gamers in the past, so it's not going to be as a novelty. It's going to be okay. You're going to have LAN parties in a retirement home, or VR parties in. Come on, that's an awesome thing. I'm looking forward to this. It is on 1 centimeter grid. Even though I'm in UK, I don't do Imperial. Okay, so we have this, and now we have to put a head, and a head is the same deal. I think you're just gonna do like this, because those are like holes here, it looks like. So you're just gonna do this, and it's the question of orienting. It looks like the servo is at the top and the shaft is at the back, so that's what we're gonna roll with. Otherwise we're gonna end up with a crooked dog with a broken neck, and nobody wants that. You have to, look after your animals. I used to have a couple of dogs when I was living back home. That screw, I think I missed it because it went way too easy. So I used to have a couple of dogs, and I miss having pets. I don't have any pets right now, mostly because even though I have a condition to have pets, I have a garden and a fairly big house, so I could have pets. But my partner and pets, not compatible really, at least for now. And the second reason is we do work quite a bit, and I don't think it would be fair on pets to have it just for the sake of it. I think it's a two-way commitment to have a pet. I used to have rats when I was a student as a pet. That was fun. They multiply quickly. At some point, I think I ended up with like 21 rats, and I said, "That's it. You're going to separate cages." I separated the cages from a main female and the male, and she still had babies. And then I've learned that the rats have the ability to retain sperm for up to like 2 pregnancies ahead. It's a nice thing to know, right? So yeah. That's a good question, short or long cable for head. I haven't let's see. Long would be alright. Do you think it's a spare? I'm struggling to. Does it have a one for tail? That's the question. I reckon this has a tail one. I reckon this have a tail to waggle the tail. Because we I think we did everything, and like we have all the legs, we have and we still have a one servo, which should go like this is. That looks like it goes here, and this is where the tail gets mounted. And let's see what we have. I reckon there is one for tail. Okay, let's check these. I used short but changed to long because it was a bit tight. Okay. there is a spare servo in the kit. Okay, so that's we're gonna go with the long then. Since someone actually know what they're doing, we're gonna take that at the face value. Right. So now I can totally totally impress you with my knowledge of this kit, which is that oh bloody heck, it doesn't tell you which leg is which. I guess it goes like this maybe, or maybe like this. Okay, where do we have this adapter for the infrared? I think it's gonna be in the front, right? And that should be somewhere, maybe, I do not know. I honestly do not know which way it goes. Maybe it goes at the bottom, like underneath the tail. That kind of would indicate this. Let's make it flat. So lay down, dog. Lay down. Yes, on the ground. Good dog. Good dog. So we have the cables in here, right? Now these cables are connected in here. There are 3 headers for 3 pins. So there's a lot of actually things that can be connected, and I don't know we're gonna be using it all of them. Well, Alistair, you seems to be knowing what I'm just reading instructions, and my kind of instructions just stopped. So don't. There is this bit. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the tail. I mean, they. Alright, that's good, that's good. But they don't show you how to do the tail at all. They kind of just stop it in here, and the tail, So I think that might be, does it look like a, in a way it looks like a spare for your head, or I think it's a spare part. I think this is a spare part for your spare servo to do. So I don't think this is for the tail. Now, in here, do we have any tail mounting place on the robot? No. Where the tail looks like it's under the cover in here, but this is like this. So the tail doesn't waggle, and we can put it like that. There you have it. We have a tail. Excellent. Right. So we solved this pickle. Now we need to figure out what we do with this board. Board configuration. Raspberry Pi compatible interface. So this is a Raspberry Pi compatible interface here. And I think we have to solder this. All right. And in here we can choose how we want to control it. So we either going to be controlling it via Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, right? Or does it have enough? Or USB programming, I guess. Or we can put a Raspberry Pi on it. I think those are our options. So for now, obviously we're gonna go with probably Wi-Fi. Do we want to solder this on? Will this stop us from adding anything else? Because I think the reason that this isn't included because it will get in the way of the cover. And let's verify that by putting this in a kind of location and try to snap the cover on top of it and see if that connector would bother us. And the answer is absolutely. Yeah, the answer is absolutely. What do you mean the tail is not? Kai, tell your dog that his tail is not important, right? And just wait until he looks at you. You'll see the... How even dare you suggest the tail is not important? Tail is for balance. I mean, if someone came to me and said to me like, listen to me, Matt, your tail isn't important, I'd say like, it's definitely very important. Yeah, Alistair knows. See, that's correct person. So right now we're not going to go with the Raspberry Pi. We're going to go with Wi-Fi, so we're going to ignore this. Now, ground, so this goes like this. And we can leave it there. There's some expansion parts in here. Let's zoom in for you guys so you could see the board a little bit better. So this kit in here allows you to put either Bluetooth, and this is Bluetooth. This is this is Bluetooth, but we're gonna go with Wi-Fi because I think that's gonna be app maybe, or over the internet. I don't know. We're gonna go with this Wi-Fi. And if you want to Raspberry Pi to put it on top upside down, then you have to have this pin, but this pin is gonna block this, and we have to 3D print something bigger. It's a shame that one thing they could add is this one for Raspberry Pi. That would be great. That's the only request I have. Everything else so far is perfect. I'll make a note of this. Right, so now we have to start connecting these ones, and they have like numbers on them for pins, and obviously they're gonna be like in the correct positions. But the question is, on which side do we have this? Either this side or this side? I'm pretty sure you can configure this later, but I want to keep it as much according to instructions. So let's see. In the instructions, download installation, adding zip library. That's programming like this. Okay, so this shows that there's a picture that shows that this has the infrared sticking underneath the tail, so it goes like so. We know the orientation now, and so it's placed like this. Okay, and so now that will allow us to figure out which one of those 3 pins we're connecting those 2 cables with servers, and where do we add the head. So we are nearly there, guys. That shows you how to do this. Open package, Raspberry Pi, camera, Raspberry Pi. There is surprisingly little about this step on the instructions. Just gonna have there's a video which I'm just kind of like looking. Oh, there is a bit I'm interested in. So they show you. Okay. So this is look like I'm checking the guy on the video is just connecting. Can I show you my feed? Probably. It's connecting to the first socket, and this is the short cable from the servo, I guess. And the long cable from the servo goes to the second one. Yes, and the black is at the top. Okay, alright, I'm an expert. Right, so this is the orientation on our dog. I think our dog deserves a head. So let's give him a head. Maybe let's not give him a head, let's attach the head where it's supposed to be. Like so. And let's drive a screw at the bottom. Well, that's going to be a joy. Obviously landed upside down. Is that magnetic enough? Yes. You got to love this screwdriver, guys. Look! Look, technically we have a dog. Technically we have a dog, guys. We have a dog. Now, this is a brain-dead dog. He doesn't have any brains, but we do have a dog. Okay. If you solder the head back to the side of the board, then your Raspberry Pi is going to be 90 degrees, so you probably don't want to do this way. But yeah, I would go with a just 3D printed bigger cover, but I'll experiment with this later. Right, so what it says that you need to take a cable from the servo, which is on his shoulder, and connect it to a first one here. And you do that with orientation, the ground being at the top of the black. I hope the black is the ground. So like this, I'll show you like in the zoom in state. So it's like this. And then you take the lower leg and connect it in the same configuration to the second pin. So that's what the video showed me to do. Now, I won't be brave and I won't replicate this until I'll check the video just in case. So it comes without programming. I think it comes with a basic instruction, like it has documentation and everything. You might need to flash the chip, but we'll get to that. So I'm just going to check and see. So obviously this side's going to be mirrored, so that's pretty easy. We are taking the shoulder one, connecting black up, and we are connecting this to a first. Like this, and then we take the lower leg one and we're connecting it to second with the black towards the board, like so. And now I'll have to see what they do with the second part. This guy also connected the head on the one side, which was on the left hand side, on the fourth, I think. So this guy took basically a head servo thingy, and he connected it on this side to the fourth one. So that's what I'm gonna do as well. I'm gonna totally follow the instructions on this, because I only have one. So yeah. Okay. And then what he's doing, he's connecting. Yeah, same one. I think he builds from the outside. Yeah, he builds from the outside. No, he builds from the inside. And here he shows on the inside as well. This guy has no consistency. So what he did, on here, what he did, he connected. I think you can define your legs. Can you define, Alistair? Can you define your legs? Because what he did, he was connecting these ones, starting from the inside, and same with these ones, but these ones were from the outside, and that's what confused me. I'm just going to check this out. Why this is in 720p? You would think this is such an important step. Yeah, he did it on the inside, with the long one being the second. So this is the short one. It's first one, like this, and the long one that goes from the knee, it's the second one from the inside pin. I can't rotate the animal. And he did that exactly the same on this side. So the hip joint goes first on the inside bed, the black at the top, and the second one goes here on the second from inside. Same orientation. So we're getting a little bit tight in here. So that's what he did on that one. I'm gonna verify this against the. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's almost there. I'm gonna verify against the other things. This guy honestly has no mercy. Yeah, he definitely shows the first connection like I did. Yeah. And starts second connection is ahead. I'm trying to figure out what the hell. This is the head, it's in the second, and the shoulders on the last one. Okay, so that's what he did. So in here, he put the head on the second pin. Alright. And this one he did on the last one. So let's replicate this, because someone has to. Legs are easily configured. Software, no reason it shouldn't be possible. Ah, okay. Alright.
then we're gonna trust you. I'm just gonna check the orientation of all the connections, so they all have a black wires on the top. Yeah, that seems to be the case, and we can actually now assemble it, and we'll just put this board onto its position. Which is trickier than you think. Since this latches, so we're gonna use the screws to secure it. So a lot of spare IOs on this, so we'll be able to add some fun stuff to it. Okay. Trying to keep the cables. Maybe I should keep them on the outside. That's a little bit better. No one tells you those things. You have to figure them out yourself. Okay, let's keep them on the outside. So there's enough space, and there's a small pinch point, which I don't really like. So maybe let's keep one of them on the inside, one of them on the outside. And for this, I have to just drag it out. So this one on the outside, this one on the inside, and then clamp it down. This one we have quite a bit of space, can stay in there, and that can stay as well. Okay, let's finish installation then. Just remember, don't pinch the cables because you can break them. They're not the strongest cables for these servers. So nearly there, guys. We are nearly there. So what was it? Is it 40 minutes? Something like that? Maybe an hour? An hour already. Bloody hell. That time flies by when you're having fun. I should be having one of those more screws. It feels like probably should have used these ones. Okay. Right. This is it. This is the moment of truth. The battery goes... This is spring. Come on, spring. The battery goes somewhere here. I don't... Oh, at the bottom. The battery goes at the bottom. And you can route the cable underneath it somewhere. Oh, here there's a cable to connect the battery. I'm scared. I'm scared to connect the battery. Arduino. Oh, okay, there's a... In here, there is also a switch between Arduino and Raspberry Pi. I have mine set to Arduino. So, is this one like this? So, it looks like it's at the back. Okay, so the battery is charged by micro USB Type C, micro USB cable, and the battery is attached by screws, which oh, there's a button on the battery as well, and the battery is attached by the screws, which I probably should have done before attaching the board, because I don't think there is any clever way of kind of hold itself together. It's not the strongest. Oh no, you just move it across, you just slide it across. Okay, oh, like this, right, and then you do it as the last thing. Okay, so all right. Magic smoke. It happened, Adam. I destroyed one thing. All right. So without Wi-Fi, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Let's connect the battery. Let's see what happens. There's only one way you can connect. This is a battery connector, I think. So. There's nothing exploded. There's a power button somewhere. I think this is a reset button. Yeah, that's the reset button. We are set to Arduino, and when I press the battery, it can do stuff. Right, I am absolutely terrified now. I don't know what it's gonna do. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Because I am not. Maybe this one's gonna be more fun. Let's press the battery button. It didn't do anything. Okay, it's probably not programmed. That's why it doesn't have any. Is there any reset? No, it didn't do anything. Okay, that's fine. It's okay. You probably have to program this thing. But we have it built. See, you can put the cover on. And the cables should really hide underneath it. And then you have yourself a dog. See? Like... You have yourself a dog. Okay. This is absolutely stressful. So, since nothing happened when I powered it, it could mean two things. Either the battery's woof. Come on. Show yourself. Hi. He's lazy, he's tired. I need to probably charge him. Yeah, he's tired. But yeah, I will put the battery to charging, and in the meantime, we'll set up an environment to program it and see what the documentation says, right? So we're gonna disconnect the battery. I don't think the battery is gonna be needed for charging. And we're gonna plug it into my charging battery charging. I have a short cable somewhere. I'm just gonna grab it. That will work. So USB Type-C time. Come on, guys, make it USB Type-C. Okay, so this is charging, and we can move to my PC and figure out what the PC can do for us. Don't know what do I have as set up in terms of my PC, but come on, camera, follow me. Thank you. Where's my mouse? My mouse is here. I'll give you a bit of my screen right now. I will just need to set it up because I don't think we can see it. Let's do capture window. Capture window is good because I can do like this, and then I can hide this. And then which window I want to do? This one. Done. And it's not capturing the window. Why it's not capturing? Ah, now it's capturing the window. Okay. So, we need to keep sausages now. Yeah, I have a lot of good sausages. So, let me move the microphone a little bit better. That should be better. Right. Isn't that job for his partner? Yes, Philip, it is. Okay, so that were the instructions, and as you can see, like open the box, everything's like yeah, fine. Assemble the thing. The assembly cover nicely all the small bits and everything, but it kind of stops in a weird place in here where you get to this point and there is nothing to tell you to kind of connect anything else. So you're kind of like stuck with this. Connect wires, servo wiring. Ah, that's what I was looking. You see, this is what I was looking for. That should be before board configuration. Come on. So this is how you connect it. I probably will battery. I didn't have this light. I don't remember having these lights, which means. Okay, calibration, final assembly. Let's flash this. So board configuration, what do we need?
we need to read the user manual and download Arduino Ide, which I have somewhere. It's loading, I promise you. Well, if you have a Polish shop nearby, then sausages are amazing, not just good. Okay, we have this loading, and so this is Arduino, and what you have to do is we have to get a library for it, which is here. What's the open card from GitHub? You can skip all the following libraries. Adding. Do you want to add? Okay, let's do that. So let's go to OpenCard. No. OpenCard on the GitHub. So if you go to OpenCard on GitHub, which is here, then you can just download all of this. And then we have, I think, everything in here. There is a platformia as well. Oh no, that's OpenCAD Arduino. Is it platformia? No, I don't see it. Okay, right. I'm learning, guys, so forgive my... So we just need to install it by zip, right? So let's open Arduino again, and tools, manage libraries. How do you do it in a new one? I don't think I've done the zip installation. Can I do like edit? Manage libraries, and maybe upload. Yeah, maybe. No. See, I forgot how to do stuff. Library manager. File. Advanced. So I completely forgot how to add the libraries by zip. Add file, maybe like this. So add file, go to my desktop, and this is OpenCAD. Can't find anything on here. I have such a mess on this. Ah, yeah, OpenCAD. Okay, so what we are adding: board manager, serial module tests. I just like to through this. Oh, I did something, guys. Something happened. Can I move my? Oops, not this one. I didn't want to move this. I wanted to move this so you could kind of see a little bit more. In terms of sausage, well, there are two types. One that you probably want to either put it in the oven. It's still eatable, but they're slightly more fat, but they're best for barbecue. And the other one, they're slightly drier, usually with added spices or garlic, and that's usually what goes on your sandwich in what's it called? In slices. Let's make this slightly bigger so I could know, see what I'm doing. I've added something. I should have it. Okay, OpenCAD. OpenCAD. Do I have anything? No. 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 There it is, our zip library. Damn it, that's what I was looking for. I completely forgot how to do this. Can you do like this? No error. Okay, but at least I know what I'm doing right now. Can I just like close this? I've got an idea. Can I just open this? Come on, open with. Great. What I want is another app. Go to my Arduino, which is IDE, Arduino IDE, like this. Can I do like that? Please? Something's thinking. Bloody hell, I'm not used to this. Come on, I want to make it work. Please work with me. Can't believe I'm stuck on this. So tools, board, what we need, board, manager. Arduino Uno, it should be working as an Arduino Uno, interesting. Let's get the latest version. But why I cannot use this? Open code, skip on following. Source, Servo, Arya, and those are libraries, but install. Okay, I'm just adding some boards now. Bloody hell. Cabanossi. Yeah, Cabanossi are great. I like it. But the problem with Cabanossi is they're so thin and you have to eat so many of them and it's so expensive. Okay, I found some libraries, so I can guess. But the thing is, like, I would imagine that what you can do, where's my screen? What you can do is to actually, so this is the project from GitHub, right? You have got Arduino file, you have all the libraries in the source in here, and you have some extra resources and whatnot. But for some reason I can't really open this. What am I missing? Let's have a look quickly on it. Yes, this is something I'll have to read for a bit and figure out how to set it up properly. Okay, let's close this sketch for now and let's run from here. Oh, now it opens. Let's switch it over. Where's Arduino Ide? Yeah. So now it's doing something. I don't know why I couldn't open it before. No? Okay, let's see. Well, we have boards, IVR, Arduino Uno. Okay, so we have a correct board. Then port, we've not gotten selected yet. And select was it AVR, I think. But we need to connect the actual thingy. Let's go to my desk. Come on, dog. Show me your inner side. Let's get it connected. So programmer, ground is on this side, so it goes like this. Okay, now we need a longer cable. Okay, and let's move it out of the way closer to a PC, because otherwise I don't have a range on my cables. I have spare ports. What can I disconnect? I can disconnect this. Oh, come on! It made sound! Okay. Don't like this sound. Okay, it makes some sounds, it's fine. Sounds are good, right? Let's see what we can do. We have any ports? Device manager. Which port we have it connected to? Looks like COM9. Tools port COM9. Alright, and what else did it say we're doing on here? Board configuration. Okay, don't scream at me. Board configuration. Why are you not? It's switched to Arduino. That's fine. Battery's fine. Sometimes we put up station and that switch speed. So I'm trying to figure out how to set up the environment, and that's going to take a moment because, like I said, I don't know yet what I'm doing. And once I know what I'm doing, it's going to be easier. So in here, I should be able to go to here into Sketch, include library, and then add the zip library. But in the downloaded libraries, I don't see the one. Let's see. Desktop. OpenCat. SRC. No. Definitely not here. Resources and whiteboard, bootload board manager and Y, bootloaders, ATM mega, no. Okay. Bluetooth uploader. ID as the interface, Raspberry Pi as the interface. I have some reading to do, guys. I do have some. Okay, you shush. Shush. No. Right. What I'm going to do. I'm going to sit down a bit and I'm going to do some reading because otherwise you're going to be just staring at me and figuring what to do. But for anyone that just joined, like have a look. Maybe this one's a little bit better. So I've built it. It's not the prettiest build, but it's good enough. It's a Bittle. It has the tail to waggle. It doesn't waggle the tail, but it has a tail to waggle. It looks like a dog, and it will behave like a dog at some point. There's a Wi-Fi module, Bluetooth module, and a programmer, and you can slap a Raspberry Pi on top of it if you want to. I have a small Raspberry Pi, which I'm tempted to slap on top of it at some point, but you will need a new cover. The battery is charging, and I'll be really looking into playing with this very soon. But I am happy with the fact that I was able to build it. It's absolutely cute. It fits on your palm, and how small it gets when you like fold it. Can you like fold it cleverly like this? That's almost fits. Damn it. So this small when it sleeps. And yeah, it's a very, very interesting toy, and I'm looking forward to play with it. And like I said, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a response to Arya command, not from this remote because this is lame, but from this camera because that's gonna be absolutely mental. I'll be able just to tell my smart assistant to do something, and that will tell the robot to do something. That is the plan. Obviously, you can still do it directly via Wi-Fi, but that's going to be so quick to set up. Then yeah. So I'll leave you to your evening now. I'll jump into the reading and cook something because I'm hungry, and it's 8 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything yet. And then maybe I'll spend another hour and learn what else, like how to actually flash stuff on it, so I could properly focus and instead of just being quiet on a live stream, which is never entertaining. So yeah, it's a it's a nice, cool little dog, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it. And you can do like all sorts of cool stuff. And then, like I said, it's not even powered, and I already have too much fun with it than I'm supposed to. So yeah, as soon I'm gonna write a proper review, maybe some tips of what I found useful and what I found helpful when setting this up, and a proper review of what you can do, what to expect, and whether you should get it. Obviously, the answer is yes, if you can. But no, but on a serious note, for short answer to anyone that are looking to jump into projects like this, robotics, I'll give you one small hint. Now, those kits, they are expensive, and I understand that people put a lot of effort to produce them, and they are priced such way because, well, they deserve to get paid, and that's fair. But if you want to have some cool robots, one way is to buy some Raspberry Pi robots. And the problem with these, they are fun kits, but then at the same time not, because how do you put it mildly? They are a little bit boring. A lot of those are like cars with sensors. They're not very entertaining. Like if you're learning to do stuff and you want to figure out how to use ultrasonic sensor to avoid obstacles or something like that, yeah, absolutely useful. But if you want to take it to the next level, get yourself an RC car. Get yourself one of those 1:27 scale RC cars, because what you can do, you can put Arduino on them and you can actually program them the same way you would program this. And this is essentially Arduino platform with some servers. And the benefit of having an Arduino attached to the RC car is that you can do a lot of programming magic on the car that's going to be very, very drivable and very fast and very fun to drive. So you can still do all those obstacle avoidance and whatnot, but on a car that's going to be much faster and much more equipped for having fun. And this is something that I'm also exploring. There is a small fan club at my work which basically does that. They add Arduinos to RC cars, and then they do all sorts of like accelerometers and whatnot to get the data, and you can read signals from your transmitters, and you can modify the signal to create something really interesting. Like one of the examples involves like I don't know, automatic stoplights. So when you brake, you have stoplights that are flashing. Or the guy was used to use the accelerometer to have a compensation for steering. So the car basically what it does, it tries to when you don't use the steering, it tries to hold a certain bearing and hold it to it. And because RC cars can be influenced by obviously what you're driving on, for example, like a weave of carpet, and that can cause the car to drift. So he was trying to use the accelerometer on that to compensate for that. And it's it's one of those things that is quite cool to try, and it's less expensive than the proper kits because you can get those cars for like next to nothing as well. So this is something to consider. But if you have the money, so supporting projects like this it's worth of effort. Like my first impressions right now, it's really well made. There's some really neat and like nice device solutions, like covering the cables. It's a simple things that make all that stuff work a little bit better. Now this leg in here, I don't know, can I make it? So these servos are gently cushioned by these. So when you jump and stuff like that, you have a little bit of springiness on them, and you can see this movement. And I don't know, let me change the camera and show you. And this is what makes those things maybe a little bit more special. So look at that design. You have a little bit of springiness between. So when you actually push on the servo, you'll see the servo is working. And it's just a small touches like this that someone actually played with these long enough to notice that these will help in experience of having these animals and stuff like that, or robots to play with. So I'm definitely looking forward to play with the dog as soon as I can read some more instructions and learn how to flash it, so you don't have to go through me being semi-focused on what I'm reading and semi-focused on being entertaining on the live stream. So for now, I'll stop it here, and I'll cook a dinner, and then I'll have I have some review to finish for the 3D printer and the 3S1. There was a live stream of me building it. Go check it out if you fancy some more. And I had fun with reviewing this microphone, which is here, which I've pretended to have a podcast, make a stream, ASMR video, and gaming live stream. So go check it out and have some fun, because I was being silly on them. So yeah. Thank you, all of you, for joining me today. I appreciate your company because it was fun, and I appreciate the hints that you've been giving me over the stream, because this is always helpful and I love when you do that. So yeah, it's always good to hang out. The battery is charged and I'm going to cook a dinner, and then I'm going to read all about this and don't embarrass myself further. So you're going to see something interesting coming from NotEnoughTECH soon, and next 2 weeks, yeah, in 2 weeks time there is EMF 2022, which I'm going to be attending, and I'll have a lot of footage from that. So if you are interested in knowing what's happening at EMF, I'll be trying to talk to some more famous people than me, and I'll have some nice questions, maybe interview a couple of them and have some conversations and figure out what happens. And I'll be streaming the interesting projects and doing all sorts of. But if you're at EMF 2020 and you want to say hi, you will recognize me. Trust me, you will. Right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will join you very soon. Bye. Now, how do you stop this thing?